Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Diva. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So today's pick a card reading is something different. I will try and kind of go with, like, I saw recently a tarot reader do this and I liked it because it's a very short, sweet, and it gives you all the questions. So I'm gonna copycat her a bit, let's say, but it's not really copycatting. It's just getting the idea and creating it myself. Okay, so in some way, because it gave me inspiration. So it's more, what do they think of you? What do they feel? What do they want from you? And what are their intentions towards you today? Okay, so it's 4 cards we're going to be shuffling, and I'm just going to kind of open them. I'm gonna do this facing you guys, but if you want, I can kind of like portray all the cards. You'll see them. Perhaps we'll do that. It's my first time where I'm thinking of doing this a bit differently instead of always creating that Celtic spread concept. So we're gonna go with 5 piles. You have pile 1, which is the good tarot. Okay, pile 2 is the sexual magic tarot. Pile 3 is dancing in the dark. Pile 4 is the golden universal tarot. Pile 5 is the, what, 6 pile actually, it's not 5, it's 6. The Nightmare Before Christmas. And pile 6 is the one that really, like, it was the last one I took. Okay, I was not gonna even take this, but the eye caught my eye. Okay, like this eye here with the, whichever way it is, whichever symbolism it represents, caught my eye. So you have pile 6, which is light visage tarot. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so the deck names are also down below. You can definitely click there. I'm indecisive yet about wanting to kind of we're not gonna use the oracles that I prepared on the side because I got this right now, so I'm kind of like going there impulsively a bit, but it's not impulsive, it's consciously going there but intuitively following my intentions too. So pile 1, whoever chose good tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see what your person thinks of you, how they feel towards you, what they want from you, and then their intention towards you today. Okay, so what is their intention connected to you? Okay, so let us go at this. I will not be creating any Celtic spread today, unfortunately, so we're going to experiment this. You tell me if you like this. You can comment it down below, okay? If you like this better than the usual way I do this, okay? It's up to you guys. So what do they think? How do they feel? What do they want? And what are their intention towards you? Okay, below the deck I have the 3 of wands. No, 3 of water, but it's 3 of cups. I will keep this like this right here. I don't even know if you see it. Okay, so what do they think of you? Okay, you have the 9 of earth. So the first thing I thought about is you're a single lady or a man. I don't know you that well, not yet. Yeah, I don't know you that well because there's a mask on the face, but I appreciate you. Perhaps I find that you're very either religious. If it's not religious, you're very nurturing because there's this concept of like the way she's holding this flower here. There's a hermit kind of vibe to you, but you're not in a hermit phase though. It's more there's a cloak on top of your head. So there's an air of mystery perhaps to you, but I know that I don't know you, so it's more that vibe. So what I think of you is that you're a woman or a man that's more independent. You're nurturing, you are wise. Okay, you are wise. It's like the hermit vibe, but it's not really hermit necessarily. I don't know you that well though. Okay, so I wish to perhaps get to know you better. Perhaps varies. Okay, but overall this is what they think of you. What do they feel towards you? You have the Six of Water. So they miss you. That's what I'm kind of like tapping into. They're longing for you, or they're longing to see you again. So if I met you recently, or I kind of like spent some time, or we met each other at a party, or we met each other at the beach, or there's a community environment having festivals, etc., I met you there, I'm wishing to kind of see you again. Okay, the Six of Water, there's this air of like kind of like it's more like I want to see you again. Okay, so how I feel, it's nostalgia a bit, it's missing you, it's a longing for you. There's this Venus concept I'm kind of like tapping into. It's more enamored perhaps, it's more to charm you perhaps, or you know, to seduce you, but it's not seductive, provocative like that. It's more like I miss you. So it's not really seductive. It's more like your person might have a more tendency to blush a bit, or you know, like have their hands like these, because there's in the mirror there's the reflection of a younger girl having her hands like these. Now, if it's not romantic necessarily, it's more a young girl that admires, it's like sisterhood concepts or brotherhood concepts, but it's more like I long for your presence. I miss it. I miss you. So it could be like brotherhood, sisterhood concepts, as it could be for love. This one, it could be there too. So what do I want from you? You have the Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups. Perhaps I would want you to see me as an option of yours, okay? Like if I'm a guy or I'm a girl you kind of like were friends with, perhaps, or you were acquaintances with, I want you to see me as one of your options, okay? So if you're talking to many people, I would wish you to kind of consider me as one of your options, but I would want to kind of see you smile at me kind of thing. You know, like I would want you to smile at me, or I would want you to kind of focus on me a bit, or I want to impress you in some way. Now, this does not also mean perhaps that it's Under the Sea. I'm hearing Under the Sea song. You know, Sebastian is singing to Ariel, and the whole, you know, the ocean is singing all the fishes of the ocean. Under the Sea song. I don't know why. Under the Sea. I don't know the lyrics is that much, unfortunately, but perhaps what they want is to kind of go to a party and see you again, or go to an event and see you again, or like you go to a party and the overall, this is more that vibe, okay? Or have fun with you, spend more time with you, see them as an option. So if it's business wise too we're talking, then this person wants you to consider them one of your business partners in some way. Have a, like, either I want to have a more broad-minded concept connected to you, but it's an emotion. Seven of Cups could be many things, but here in this one, it's under the sea. There's festivities under the sea. I'm channeling that song, okay, like with the mermaid movie, okay? So it's that vibe. What I want from you is to have a party like that. It's like have a blast with you kind of thing, drink with you, be party with your friends, or party with our mutual friends perhaps, I don't know. Or there's like a match, you come to the match, or there's a beach party, they've invited you, or they want to invite you, that kind, okay? It's a bit that vibe. or they want to go to it so that they can spend more time with you. Okay, it's that kind of vibe. Now, in what their intentions are connected to you, it's to be long friends. Okay, like it's more get to know you better and flatter your heart and speak to your heart, or you know, you have a soft spot for them kind of thing. It could be romantic, as it does not need to be. I'll just kind of take a clarifier for the King of Fire. If this connect, it says you have the King of Air. Okay, so, and the Three of Water. Well, we're not gonna go what do they want from you? Give me one last one, okay? I'm just gonna take one last one. You have the Magician again. It's wisdom element. So I want to gain something from you, okay? With your interaction, by spending time with you, I want to gain a specific type of wisdom from you, okay? It's a soulmate kind of vibe, but it's not necessarily, even if it was romantic, let's say, I'm gonna say that it's more deeper than romance, okay? Deeper than romance. It's not like a sexual vibe, and even if it is, it's more platonic, this one, a bit, because it's more mental, okay? Like you have the King of Air with the Magician. Magician and the King of Air are more like, not only, like, Magician is not only mental, okay? The Magician uses all their elements completely. They have mastery over all their elements completely, that they can definitely manifest everything that they wish, okay? But what they want from you is, perhaps it could be romantic, but I'm not gonna, like, in the sense of romanticism, let's say, what they want from you, they want to be your, you know, your they want you to be passionate about them, okay? I want you to be passionate about me, or I want to be passionate about you. With the King of Air, it's more like I wish to have a certain clarity connected to you, or you have a clarity element connected to me. And with the Magician, it's more what I want from you today is that you kind of like stare at me and you kind of focus on me, emotionally, mentally, physically, passionately, you know, spend time with me. It could be all these things, because you have two kings, King of Fire and King of Air, and you have the Magician, which is more the hermit energy, perhaps, that has a mastery over all 5 elements, including ether, okay? So so it could be romantic, as it doesn't need to be, okay? It could be more you know, business and strategic thinking wise, and Magician, it's more like manipulating all this. So what I want from you, or what I want with you today, is more to kind of, you help me master my passion, you help me strategize in this situation. Perhaps it could be that way. And with the Magician, it's more the vibe of, you know, you focus on this with me, could be. Now, overall, we had the King of Fire as the main one, and I kind of went with the King of Air and the Magician to clarify that one. So with the 9 of Earth, it could also be a bit of a hermit energy, because hermit is also symbolism of independent soul searching, and number 9 is also number 9 for hermit, okay? Here you have the 9 of Earth. So in this 9 of Earth, what they thought of you is that perhaps you are inclined in the arts of esoterics or occult sciences, perhaps, and how they feel towards you is perhaps that they wish to seek guidance through you. And with the 7 of Water, what I want from you with the 7 of Water, 7 of Cups, is the psychic card. So perhaps I know you're psychic, and What my intention is that you can kind of perhaps heal me or help me understand this, or help me mastermind this, or help me visualize this, so that I can kind of like deal with the next moment or the future whenever I have a solution, or I have a problem to kind of deal with it. Okay, it could be that way, as it's not really that, but you guys will know whichever way it is. Just take what resonated. Okay, so I kind of gave you those this reading. Okay, so this is how it went. Hope it resonated. If it didn't, you can definitely comment down below. If it did, you can comment down below also. Pardon me. Okay, so this was pile 1. Now pile 2, whoever chose the Sexual Magic Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see today. It's gonna be a 4 card reading. Okay, it's gonna be 1 deck, 1 card for what they think of you, 1 card for how they feel towards you, 1 card for what they want from you. Okay, and what they think. Okay, the first one is what they think, second one is how they feel, third one is what they want from you, and the fourth one is more what are their intentions towards you today. Okay, I got this inspiration from another tarot reader. Okay, and I wish to kind of not imitate it, but you know, kind of create my own version of it with that guideline, which I found quite useful and practical for some reason. Okay, so focus on your person, read in, read out, calm your mind. Okay, you know better than me, okay, what the reality is. Okay, if you don't know it, you can definitely always confirm it by simple, proper communication. Always remember that you have to respect yourself and respect the person. So the person will always mirror you in many ways that you might be conscious, as you might not be. Okay, so just follow your intuition, but always communicate. Don't allow space for some kind of chaos or conflict to exist. And if you have something that bothers you, definitely mention it. But if it becomes compulsive bothering, then definitely just wake up to the fact that it's no longer fun to kind of repeat the same pattern with this person. If the person's getting irritated, or if the person's losing their patience, the understanding of, or kind of tap into why they're losing their patience. Explain, really. Like, ask them the question so that they can explain it to you. That's what I'm trying to say. Sit down and properly tell them to explain it to you. Why are they losing their patience? Without accusing them of perhaps cheating, or perhaps like, I don't know, like doubting you, judging them. Now, if you're thinking that they're judging you, then are you judging them? That's number 1 question many of you need to ask yourself. Are you judging your person before they judge you? Or it's that kind of vicious circle you guys go in. You have to remember that the person doesn't know you, as you don't know your person either. But sometimes we think that the person knows us better, or we kind of assume that they judge us, which they don't perhaps, or they do. But then again, are you judging them when you're kind of thinking that they're judging you? Concept kind of thing, okay? So it's more that vibe. This kind of helps you tap into your conscious mind a bit, okay? Because when we're going judgmental down there, we're definitely limiting, okay? We're letting the mind take over, which is good sometimes, but sometimes that vicious cycle can become way too overpowered, which means that your mind does not work the way you want it to work. It's like you work by your mind kind of thing, okay? So for some of you, it's like that. By your mind, by your addictions, by your patterns, could be that way too, okay? If you have a certain pattern sexually, perhaps, or I'm talking to males or females, whichever gender it is, okay? So whoever chose Tower of Sexual Magic, okay? So what does this person think of you? So Okay, we're getting there. We're going there. So you have Judgment, which is hilarious because I was talking about Judgment, and you had the Knight of Swords. This came in reverse. So these are what I think of you, okay? So it's either you like to tame females if you're a guy here. But on a physical level, you're a guy or you're a girl, I definitely want to kind of entrap, okay? So what I think of you is that you're a person that's, perhaps I fell in love at first sight, or you're someone who is my type, okay? So what I think of you is you're definitely my type, physically my type, okay? And there's a baby involved here, so I don't know if this is more ideal elements. Like, I could see myself have children with you, as you could, I believe you think that I could. No, this one, it's more I think highly of you. It came very easily. And I don't know if I'm into S&M kind of things, okay? If I'm a guy, I like to tame the girl, and if I'm the girl, I like the guy to tame me kind of thing, okay? So okay, we're going there. So what are my feelings towards you? You have the Queen of Cups, okay? So my feelings are to kind of be tender with you, or I want you to be tender with me. This is a person, it's not just S&M, okay? It could be S&M, but I think you're the more hardcore type, okay? So you being the female or the guy here are more, you have tastes in the bedroom, okay? But how I feel is more like I want to be tender with you. I would also allow you to do what you want to do with me, okay? If I'm the guy or I'm the girl here, okay? Now, what do I want from you? So you have the Eight of Wands. I want to savor you. I want you to kind of like tease me, or I want to tease you. I want to kind of like bring food in the bedroom. Now, if it's not that one, it's more like I want to go on a picnic with you, okay? Only you and me, so that we can kind of like spend more quality time, and that quality time could be more, invested in sexual attraction, or physical touching and kissing, and like just tanning and chilling under the sun, around the bushes, the trees. Meanwhile, the birds are just like singing around, or angrily talking to each other. I have a lot of birds around my home, like, and sometimes when they speak, there's this tenderness, but there's this bossy vibe too, okay? So it's like that. I'm just gonna say in the future, but it's not in the future. This is what I want, okay? So what are my intentions, okay? Now, what I want from you is the Eight of Wands, okay? Like, I want savoring, I want passion, I want, like, that element of, like, quality time, picnicking, dating, making out. I don't know, but there's no real sleeping around, but making out, okay? Like, getting intimate and physical touching and teasing, etc. I tease you, you tease me, that kind of stuff, okay? In nature. Now, what are my intentions towards you? It's to definitely okay, it's getting more intimate, okay, the more I'm reading, okay? So your person definitely does a lot of fantasizing in their headspace, be it it's a girl or a guy. If this is a girl, what she wants, what are her intentions, is to kind of allow you to, worship them, okay? Allow you to kind of undress them. Allow you to rub yourself on them or behind them, whichever way it is. There's this element of like, look how a cat, if you own a cat, you know what this cat does, okay? Like, kind of, what do you call it? It marks you, or it kind of, like wraps around you. I want to do this to you, or I want you to do this to me, okay? And it's exciting, okay? Like the fact that I can't think anymore, it's exciting. This is what I want though. I want something exciting that I will not think, you know? Or it's like I'll feel exhilarated kind of thing. And deep down, really what my intention is though with this, like if I were to lead you here, like I'll rub myself on you, I definitely want you to worship me if I'm the girl here, okay? So this is what she thinks, feels, wants, and intentions are. Now if this is a guy in the near future, like not in the future, okay, in the near future, whatever way it is, I just wanna rub you, okay? Like if I were to rub you, I want to undress you, I want to mark you as mine. Perhaps this one, yeah, mark you as mine, okay? And like with the world card in reverse, it's more like once I do that, that's definitely me kind of worshiping you and you being mine. Okay, this is definitely very interesting, because if you're a virgin, this person wants to take your virginity away, okay? There's like so much redness here, and there's the sword element here on the side, because this, if this one is a virgin, let's say, the rubbing will definitely, you know, continue on until, you know, there's some kind of insertion of something like hurtful, perhaps. So I want to take her virginity away. Okay, this is my intention. That kind. Okay, so this is definitely very explicit. I'm sure that it was 18 plus. It's a bit late for me to say it, but this is what I have. Okay, so it's a person that thinks that they fell in love at first sight with you, or it's meant to be. Okay, it's like definitely meant to be. You're my ideal type, or I kind of fell in love at first sight with you, but why so, or deep down underneath, I just kind of want you to take care of me, or I want to take care of you intensely. Okay, so there's this possessive element or jealous, and if it's not jealousy, there's this element of one is submissive and the other is a taming. So it could be that I kind of have this superiority complex, as I might have an inferiority complex. This is certain tendencies that you will see a person having, as you might have them yourself. Okay, there's nothing wrong with those things. Okay, it's definitely psychology elements, and everybody has them different variables and ways. Okay, manifests itself different ways. And basically how I feel is I have tender feelings towards you. Okay, like I become mushy is the word a bit. Okay, there's a mushiness connected to you, soft spot kind of thing. Okay, and that's it. Okay, I'm not gonna kind of repeat myself 10 times. It's quite simple, it's good. I like this kind of vibe a bit, it's fun. So this is what was pile 2. Okay, it's a fun pile. I mean, if both sides are interested, why not give it a try, you know? Definitely, right? So that's it, with a wink, you know? Have a good day. Now, pile 3, whoever chose Dancing in the Dark, Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So, pile 3. We're gonna be doing this hopefully with 4 cards. Okay, the first one is more like what I think of you. Second card will be how I feel about you. Third card will be what I want from you, and the fourth one will be what are my intentions towards you today, if I know you, of course, like that. So Bear with me. I'm just gonna shuffle a bit, okay? If you want, you can fast forward. Okay, we're gonna go. So, what I think of you, you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm hearing like, I think you want to trick me. What I feel about you is the Four of Pentacles. I'm set on figuring something out, perhaps. Like I'm strategizing what I want from you. You have the Sun card. I heard a son, a child, and as if it's not a child, you have the Two of Cups. Okay. Hilarious. Okay, so what I think of you is that you're playing with me. Are you playing with me? Kind of thing. Or you're deceiving me, or you're juggling me with another option. This is what I think of you. Okay? Now, if it's not that energy, it's not resonating properly. What I think of you is that sometimes your emotions are up and down a bit, okay? So you got some triggering elements, or you get triggered easily, could be. Or you're a busybody. You're the type of person that kind of like, you have, like, you prioritize work, perhaps. That sometimes you get a lot of baggages when you work, right? And you can't seem to kind of release them. So perhaps for some of you, it could be many ways, okay? It's either you're playing with me, you're juggling two options connected to me, okay? And I think that you're like a gigolo a bit. A gigolo in the way that you could be a player. You'll only know if you're a player, but it's a player that I would want to kind of like hook on me kind of thing, okay? So don't get insulted when I say a player vibe, if you're gonna know if you have that vibe or not. Now, if it's not that one, it's more like, what I think of you is that you are a person that is very stressed, perhaps, but you don't show it that much. But I know it, perhaps. That's what I think. I think I perhaps know that you're more the sensitive type, but it's not even sensitive. There's no element of sensitivity. It's more a fool that's juggling and trying to kind of keep their harmony or their work. You know, like that sensation of wanting to go for, like, you have a target, right? And you know you're hustling to get there, but you're gonna do it, right? You told yourself you're gonna do it. So there's an air of stubbornness, there's an air of adaptability, perhaps, and there's an air of you know very well how to manage your emotional state when you're working. Now, sometimes this ability can pile up a bit your baggages. So perhaps what I think is that you know very well how to manage your work, okay, regardless of what's happening to your emotions, okay? But just be advised that it's not good sometimes to bottle up all that emotion inside. So just remember to release it somehow. Sometimes to pamper yourself, to go do some exercise, run certain few kilometers and then come back, because it's a good exercise. But to kind of release stress and bottled up baggages like that, okay? So this is what I think of you overall. In the present, I'm so like in the flow of Celtic spreads that okay, so what I feel about you, this is either your energy that you're the calculative, intense type of person, okay? But this could also be how I feel connected to you. Okay, this message is only for some people, okay? I'm still holding on to you, okay? I still haven't given up on you, okay? I still have not given up on you. I'm still stubbornly set on you, okay? Intensely so. But intensely, stubbornly. Overall, it's more stubborn vibe. It's more obsessed vibes a bit. But I can't even say obsessed with the Four of Pentacles, okay? With the Four of Pentacles, it's more, I was gonna kind of say stalking vibes a bit, like hidden suitor kind of vibe a bit. You will know only, okay? But there's a man here, okay? There's a man that's overall, it's either how I feel about you, I'm still set on you, okay? Stubbornly so, I'm still set on you and I can't budge, okay? And with the Four of Cups, it's more like I wanna, perhaps you're dissatisfied that I played around with you, perhaps, or you played around with me. I'm dissatisfied with that sensation, but I want you to offer it again to me. Perhaps I might take it, kind of vibe. Okay, so how I feel is more like I'm still set on you. I'm still stubbornly hung up on you, perhaps, if this is a situation like that. But I want you to give me a new, I want you to give me an opportunity again. Regardless of this third party, perhaps, regardless of my addictions or your addictions, regardless of your shortcomings or my shortcomings, as it could be like, I want you to reconcile with me. You have number 4 and 4. Okay, there's number 2 and 2, and you have number 19. So what I feel is more, perhaps I want to give, but I want you to give this to me. It's like that. I want you to give this to me. I'm not gonna give it to you, kind of thing. Because there's this element of I'm feeling hurt. Okay, I'm the one that's hurt here. I'm the one that's kind of like feels cheated, perhaps. You'll know. Okay. Now, in the what I want from you. What do I want from you? What do I want from you? I want happiness, okay? Like, I want you to be happy with me. Like, I want to be happy with you. And I just want to kind of, like, be friendly with you. I want you to recognize yourself. And I want to recognize you. And, you know, when the sun shines bright, there's vacation. Perhaps I'm kind of channeling vacation vibes. Happiness is the word here, okay? It's more that sensation of being on a horse also. You know, like, you feel free. You feel like you're riding the horse. I want to be happy overall. What I want from you, you make me happy, or I make you happy, or we both are happy. Where we both are happy, if you'll know, if we're together, perhaps. Okay, so what are my intentions towards you is to kind of have a bond with you, get married to you. For some of you, if there's marriage involved, obviously, if you want marriage, that is. Now, if it's not really marriage you're seeking for, this one wishes perhaps to go there, but this could also be girlfriend, boyfriend, but I'm not going to say those words, okay? Family concepts, okay? If you get married to someone, that person becomes your family, okay? So I want to be part of your family, okay? I want to be connected to you. I want to, you know, get married to you or live together with you, but it's a sacred union kind of concept. So I want to take things when I'm saying seriously, this one, it's more to be humbler in the way the relationship will go after it. It's more a family concept. It's not you and me only. It's like we're a family together. So this one could be family situation too. So reconciliation connected to a family. Okay, so what I think of you is that you're more like juggling, and you're kind of like the type of person that's a fool, the hardcore type of fool that has no issues, but then again, you're all piling them up inside. Perhaps in the middle section with the what they're feeling, they're stubbornly kind of trying to brainstorm the situation for you and wishing that somebody could help you out. This one, if it's a family member, not romantic, okay? But romantically, we'll go there anyways. So, like that. And in the, what I want for you is that you be happy, okay? Like somebody can solve this issue of yours, perhaps help you heal, so that you become happier. You kind of embrace this inner child energy that is energetic, has no boundaries that much, okay? Because sometimes the more we grow up, the more like we kind of are restricted. We have more like baggages. We have more like things that, sometimes experience can give you convictions, but it could also give you possibilities, okay? If it's a good experience, you have possibilities mentioned to it. Like sometimes out of the blue, there is a solution to something. And if it's a bad kind of experience, many people sometimes, based on how they approach the situation, be it they're giving it a negative energy, they're going to attract negative stuff. If it's more a positive or solution-seeking feeling connected to solving the issue, then you're going to definitely seek for help, or many people would give you different opinions or possibilities or pathways you can take to solve the issue. If you have that broadness of mind, okay? Now, if it's more closed-minded elements, then you have your own ways of attracting things simply because it's more like this is how it has to be. So this is my expectation. This is this. I will not budge out of this if this is not met. But sometimes there are other solutions that are not necessarily the way you want it. But then again, it's yes or it's a no concept for you too. Okay, so it's more 50-50 concept. I know many people don't want to hear this. Sometimes you want to have what you want to have exactly the way you want it. But if it's not given to you, would you accept a more transformed or a different alternative, which is not perfectly the way you want it, but do you want it or you don't? It's that kind of yes or no concept, okay? So we want you to be happy, okay? So what I want for you is to be happy. Be it with me or in general, be happy in life, okay? Why? Because my intention is to get married to you, or my intention is to love you, or my intention is, to be your girlfriend or to be your friend. Okay, or I am already a family member of yours. So my intention is to be family with you, to be like a family with you. Sacred family, sacred union, sacred connection, that kind. And when we're saying sacred, it's more, there's no ego elements here. Yes, there's the ego, but that's why the lion is at the top. But the lion is also the strength card, okay? Lion, Leos perhaps are known to have the biggest heart, but they have also the biggest ego somehow, okay? And the strength card is definitely a female that's kind of like a princess or a divine being, or like a nymph perhaps, that's kind of like taming the lion, which could be symbolism of ego sometimes, because it's the strongest in the heart space, okay? But then again, there's that element of duality that exists, want it or not, because if you exist, you have a physical element which is more shadow outside of yours, and you have the the light side of you, which is definitely the sun. So sun and Leo, I connect them together. Perhaps with the sacred union, what I meant, it's more to have that humbler, okay, majestic kind of relationship, okay? Be it it's romantic as it doesn't need to be. You'll know where to situate it, okay? Okay, so that was it, pile 3. Hope it resonated. Okay. Now, pile 4, whoever chose Golden Universal Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy at this time. So today's pick a card reading, okay, is gonna be this way. I hope it's gonna be 4 cards, what they think, feel, want, and their intentions towards you. Okay, but sometimes I need to take on extra cards. And what is this person's thoughts of you, feelings of you, wants from you, and intentions? Okay. So what do I think of you? You have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. What do I feel towards you? You have the 7 of Pentacles. What I want from you? You have the 9 of Pentacles. And what are my intentions? It's the King of Wands. Now, when I have the King of Wands, I just want to know in which way. Okay. So what I think of you is that you're a serious suitor, but you're quite slow moving. Okay, so you kind of need to feel more secure, or you're more like the investor type. You make sure, like, you're meticulous, okay, as a person, as a suitor, or as even not in the form of a suitor. It could be in the form of a suitor, but we're gonna get out of that mentality also that all the knights are suitors. Okay, they're single definitely, but they're the loyal type of knights that work for their kings, and they travel, they go on journeys. So perhaps you are a good employer. Okay, you're a loyal employee. Okay, I'm the employer perhaps, and you're the employee here. So what I think of you is that you're very meticulous, hardworking, a bit slow moving, loyal type of employee. Now, if you're not an employee, you're more like a suitor perhaps. You're loyal to me, or you're loyal to whichever thing you are investing in. So it could be the hardworking type connected to work, which has nothing to do with me. So what I think of you is that you're a hardworking type of person. You like to travel, or you travel for work overall, and you're down to earth, and you're an opportunistic type of person. Now, in the how I feel towards you is that I'm being patient with you. So I have expectations perhaps connected to you, whichever way it is. Okay, it could be romantic as not. Okay, but overall, internally, you don't know this, but I have expectations towards you. I might not have mentioned it. Perhaps you are already tapping into that element yourself, that this person has expectations from you, that they're being patient with you overall. Okay, like I planted certain seeds, or I kind of invested in you, and I'm kind of like waiting to see how you're gonna do it, how your expedition will go overall. Okay, So this could be your boss, as it doesn't need to be. Okay. Now in the what I want from you is I want this expedition to bear fruit. Okay, like I want you to succeed at this, and I want you to bring me success. Okay, but it could also be I want this experience, this journey or this project to succeed, but you also gain wisdom from it. This is definitely a boss. Okay, like I feel like I'm a boss here. Okay, like I'm sending my employee to travel so that they can kind of like gain experience, you know? I wish them to learn. Could be. Okay, as it could be your boss is a very like mastermindy type of man, okay, and he wants to be the boss here. Okay, like with the King of Wands, it could also be what my intentions are, that I gain more power here, because it's more like kings have knights, okay, and knights are loyal to their kings, to the crown, right, or to whoever they kind of like want to kind of keep a note or do a note towards, kind of thing. This is what I'm getting, this one. It's hilarious like that, but you know, this is it. So you have what I want is that you gain wisdom, you flourish, or you meet someone there perhaps, or you meet someone single there. Could be. This is a like it's a or you meet the person I want you to meet, perhaps. I made sure to mastermind this properly so that you can kind of meet the person I want you to meet. Be it business partner or be it romantic, perhaps that could kind of lead somewhere else. But overall, this is, I feel like I'm your boss, this one. And I mastermind. Like you needed to work, you needed to go on a journey, you have a project, there's expectations on you, right? Now, what I want you to kind of go through overall is to either flourish as a person, gain more experience, more wisdom. My project will also bear fruit here. And also, if there's a woman involved and you're a man, I wish you to kind of meet a beautiful female. I know, or females beautiful are known to be beautiful wherever you're traveling, perhaps, and I know about it. So I'm kind of like wishing you to kind of, you know, it's an extra kind of like reward your kind of boss is sending you, if I'm talking to females or males. It could be also in the form of beautiful men out there, but I only see a female here. So if you're a guy, perhaps there's a woman he wants you or she wants you to meet there in that department or in that country or in that city, or if you're traveling for work, etc. It's extra, perhaps it's getting out of the flow, but just take it if it resonates, okay? Because I'm kind of like tapping into that too with this little smirk on the side of my face, okay? So it's like that. Now what my intentions are towards you is to kind of have this equal give and take with you, okay? But I want this project to succeed, okay? You have to improvise, okay? And it's like a fire sign. So fire signs sometimes have expectations, okay? So what my intention is that you meet my expectations. This project needs to succeed overall. But if it doesn't, I'm a bit like, okay, I might go in my ego a bit, okay, you'll know. I might go in my ego a bit, but malesh, I'll say okay, it's okay next time. But based on my temper, perhaps, wait a second. I'm a more wiser type, okay? So don't fret, okay? Just focus on doing your job, okay? Experience it, but kind of work on, don't neglect your or the reason why you're traveling, this one, if you're traveling for work, okay? That one, I'm sorry, I started off with romance, but then again, it was really not it, okay? We're talking more boss and employee vibes here, okay? And if it's not boss and employee, then I'm I'm a man with experience, or I'm a woman with experience, and I'm kind of like having expectations here a bit, okay? It's like that. As I've invested in it too. Okay, so I've invested in you and I'm kind of expecting certain stuff. It's that kind of dynamic overall. Now, pile 5, whoever chose the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this times. So, I don't know why I became quirky in this pile. I don't know. The moment I got this deck in my hands, I'm curious to know what I think, feel, want from you, and my intentions, okay? I'm curious in knowing what they are, okay? This one. Let's see. Nightmare Before Christmas. What are we gonna see and experience in this pile? Something perhaps hilarious, as it does not mean to be hilarious. Well, okay? So, what does this person think of you? Okay, what do I think of you? So I have the Knight of Candle. Okay, you're very buffed up. Okay, like you're buffed up type of female or male. Okay, like there's something like scary, dangerous, intimidating, but it's on a physical build. Okay, I don't know if I'm talking to like hockey players. This one could be female that's like tough. Okay, but then again, I'm not saying you're not feminine at all. It's just I've seen very like buffed up females that were like, you know, like if a guy who's taller than her and more masculine, it kind of she becomes more feminine and there's a spark to her. That kind, okay? So if you're a man, then you're definitely like a buffed up type of man and you're kind of intimidating, and I feel like you can definitely smash me if you I don't know if I consider you dangerous though, okay? Because there's this vibe of Red Riding Hood girl walking in the forest, okay? And you're the wolf kind of thing, okay? Could be that way. But this is only if you're a man here. It's buffed, bald, okay? Like you're big and you're tall and you're kind of like, you look at people and there's a shadow that it's not funny, but it is. If you learn how to appreciate those quality of yours, it is entertaining for yourself too, okay? It is entertaining, but don't get triggered. Just forget it, okay? But for me, I kind of go anime on this, okay? Like I read a lot of mangas, and sometimes in mangas there are certain characteristics that it's like sometimes it's not meant to be intimidating because perhaps you do have a very like soft heart. You're soft-hearted. You know, you're one of the softest type of people. But then again, we don't see that because there's something else that's preoccupying us, okay? It could vary, okay? But I channel that. Whenever I see like buffed up men, I know deep down that they're definitely sweethearts inside, okay? I don't allow the height and their tallness to kind of intimidate me, except if they are really intimidating, okay? You'll know that much. But that's me. Doesn't necessarily mean it's everybody else. It's different people, different types of personalities and, you know, mentality and culture, etc. Okay, so with the Knight of Candles, this is what I think of you. You have the Eight of Candles with the King of Needles about how I feel towards you. Okay, this is hilarious. And then you have Nine of Candles and you have the Nine of Needles. I'm not gonna shy away from saying perhaps I am. What is this? The Sun. I do like you, okay? Like, I like you. I do, okay? But it doesn't necessarily mean that this could be romantic. You will know, but you have to get to know this one better, okay? But this person has a quirky personality like you do, okay? And you guys could end up being very nice friends, okay? Like friends, this one, okay? Hilarious, sarcastic, you could be like the type of friends that are a bit like sadistic with each other, but it kind of, the dynamic flows, this one. So what I think of you is that you're hot, you're charming, okay, but you have this intimidating look to you, okay? With the Knight of Candles, perhaps what I think of you is that you're like a guy who's interested. This could be like fun. Okay, this could be romantic, as it does not need to. But this pile, if you guys are gonna be in a romantic relationship, it's gonna be like a funny, like it's funny like that. Okay, like it's out of the ordinary kind of energy. Okay, like you guys are quirky. You're gonna be that quirky, like, how the hell did this one end with this kind of thing, okay? But there's nothing wrong with that, okay? It's like you could work. It's a funny dynamic, though. It completes itself energetically. If it's resonating, of course. If I'm kind of like channeling this properly. So with the Knight of Candles overall, okay. We said you have a big butt, okay? You have a big, you're macho, and you know, like you go to the gym, and or if you don't go to the gym, you're the type that's more like stay away from me, but you're that cool kind of guy, okay? If you watch the werewolf, perhaps this one, like you're a man eater kind of guy, perhaps, or a woman eater kind of girl. But I'm not intimidated by you, though, this vibe. It is like that. I'm not intimidated by you. Because I'm like a devil myself, okay? So if you consider yourself like on the darker side of the spectrum in society, okay, you're like that bad boy or that bad girl kind of thing. I also could kind of like come from a different department. Like if we're talking mafioso or like delinquents, or we're talking, you'll know, okay? We're going there a bit. It's more the shadowy side. It's more like, you know, Game of Thrones, there's like the people that, society that was lurking around, the prostitutes. It's not noble by birth, okay? And not everyone was kind of like, what do you call it? Born with a silver spoon or a gold spoon kind of thing, okay? So it's more like commoners used to kind of frequent markets, and commoners used to suffer the most because of their nobles or aristocratic families. And there would be the type of people that worked in the shadows, okay? And there's different departments. There's the prostitution, there's the arms, there's the, you know, the dirty work, the sorceries, the blacksmiths, the bars, you know, and the missionaries or the mercenaries used to frequent the bars, right? So you could be the type of man or female that used to kind of like, you know, like it's the dark side. It's more like today it's like the mafia, the drugs, the weed, the arms trafficking, or like we're not gonna go that much, but there's another black market, the hackers, okay? Like the hackers that have control over many things, or they can have control over anything. So you could be, let's say, the type that's more like buffed up, masculine, you know, like you know how to kind of like use your fists, kung fu or something of the sort. Now I might be the type that uses my brain, okay? So I might be the hacker type, okay? So I'm not really intimidated by people like you, and I kind of look at you in the form of you're definitely an important like bodyguard vibe. Okay, so you might be what am I saying? Where are we going? But I'm just gonna continue on because this is what my intuition is telling me. Okay, so you might be like the well buffed up bodyguard kind of guy, and if you're not that, I might be like the weaker type of person. So I could be like the weakling. You know, like I'm in a wheelchair. So if I'm the person who's in a wheelchair, okay, or if I have like certain, I'm not necessarily on a wheelchair, but I have certain shortcomings that are not necessarily like strong physical qualities like you, I'm thinking of perhaps like hiring you or perhaps becoming friends with you so that, you know, we can definitely, you know, collaborate with each other to do more mischief kind of thing. Okay, so this one, it could be business. Okay, I'm not really feeling again girl and guy this one, unless we're talking about homosexuals. Okay, so I might be the type that's a devilish too. Okay, there's the devil vibe here. There's this aspect of you know, a bit we work hard in our own departments. Okay, our own departments are not necessarily like you know, privileged departments, but it's still, we are still the best in our fields kind of thing. Okay, so this one, you're very buffed up. Okay, like you have the strength, and I like that. Okay, like if I'm a girl or if I'm the guy here and I'm kind of like thinking of hiring you, I'm definitely gonna hire you because of your muscles. Okay, if I'm talking to someone who has muscles, then those muscles are emphasized. Okay, you have a very like toned, buffed up. Okay, I'm not gonna say proportionate because that's not the vibe I'm getting. Okay, sometimes, you know, when you kind of like go to the gym and you focus too much, and instead of like having a lean body, you have this like, I don't find it handsome. Okay, but you know, I don't find it handsome, but many females do. Okay, I'm not saying it, it's just that it's too buffed up here. Okay, like it's buffed up here. Okay, it's too buffed up. Okay, so you're the muscly type of guy. Okay, and perhaps you're interested in me, but how I feel about you, it's more like how can I use you. Okay, it's more like I'm thinking strategically, how can I kind of use you, this one. With the, you know, the nine of candles, what I want from you, 9 of candles. You have the 8 of candles and you have the 9 of candles, what I want from you. Look. And the 9 of needles is what my intention is. Look. Okay. I'm sure you're not the type of person that allows other people to use you, okay? But this one, what their intention is to use you as much as possible, okay? My intention is definitely to cause more mischief or to kind of enhance this, like the mischief could definitely be work-wise if your work is definitely part of the mafia. Okay, now if it's not part of the mafia, it's something like I don't know, like I really don't know, because I'm channeling many things, but I'm not gonna mention them here because it's definitely like drugs and trafficking and, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, like I want to go more simpler, but this is not what I'm kind of like tapping into. I'm not even tapping into romance here. This one, it's more like we use each other kind of thing. Okay, it's very cutthroat like that, okay? Like there's mice here and the Four of Presents, okay? And the mices are getting gifts from like of cheese, but with the Nine of Needles, it's more like we're kind of definitely working in the shadows, this one, okay? So you and I are working in the shadows. We're trafficking certain things. So it's like overall what I think is that you're definitely built well, okay? For me to kind of like definitely like invest in this project. I'm definitely fired up about this, okay? Like I'm fired up about this idea I have, okay? Like look at this King of Needles. Look at this. It's more like I have a thought that kind of like came in my mind and I'm so excited about it. It's more like a doctor that does crazy things sometimes, gone crazy with time a bit, okay? So it's that vibe, okay? You guys could definitely hit the road together on mischief, okay? Mischievous things, okay? And with the Nine of Candles, it's like what I want is definitely for this to succeed, okay? Like I want you to hustle here. I want you to kind of like, I want us to hustle this, or I want this to work, but I need someone strong like you, okay? And what my intention is to cause more mischief. Look at the smile on this clown's face, okay? It's more like you have needles. Needles are not pleasant. If it pricks you, it's not pleasant, okay? Like it hurts like shit, okay? So, and this one is more like thinking about like, how are we gonna kind of like contaminate many people with this. Okay, so this one, contamination or selling certain stuff so that people can get like hooked on it, you know, like drugs a bit. So this one is that way. Man, what am I reading? Okay, so if it didn't resonate, I'm pretty sure it was not meant to be. Okay, so it was just not meant to be, okay? I don't even know, okay? I should be reading something better, but I don't really know why I went there. So I do apologize to many people. Choose another pile, perhaps. Now, pile 6, finally. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy this time. So let us see what we're gonna get. Okay, so today we're manipulating this differently. We're not going to be creating a Celtic spread. I'm going to be hopefully getting 4 cards for one question, okay, regarding you today. So what I think of you, how I feel towards you, what I want from you, and what are my intentions towards you. Okay? We're gonna go that way. So if you guys like this and you prefer me to do this more often or similar different types of spreads, perhaps you can definitely comment down below, okay? And I'm wishing to kind of integrate many different forms and try to perhaps change the way I read, because it's about time I change a bit. So that will be funner for me and funner for you guys too, okay? That way. And if I need to go back to my old patterns, I will go back to them, okay? I mean, like, we're gonna go back to certain established ways. So, have your person in mind. Breathe in, breathe out. And take whatever I say with a grain of salt. Okay? So, what do I think of you? Okay, what do I think of you? You have the 8 of Chalices. Okay. I'm hearing many things. You've given up on me, or you have a lot of regrets. My feelings towards you is the 6 of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. I am a bit irritated with this, okay? Like, my feelings, there's a lot of irritation a bit. Or it's not really irritation. But for some of you, just take it. It's a manifestation of it. What I want from you, you have the Queen of Wands. And in the near future or today, what are my intentions towards you? You have the Five of Chalices. Oh man, this one, it's like shitty a bit, okay? So because you have given up on the situation, my intention is to give up on you too. Okay, it's like that. The vibe here. So how I see, what I think of you is that you've kind of given up on the situation. There's so many like doubts, fogginess around you that it's more like you're using all these emotions to just kind of walk further away from me than face me, kind of thing. Okay, so it's that vibe. Now, this is what I think of you. Okay, you're like a person that is old enough now to kind of go on your own, perhaps. Could be that way. As it's not really that vibe. This one, it's more like it's an old man that has 8 of Cups for his cane, okay? And there's a lot of fog, so we don't know when he's gonna die, perhaps. It's more that element of embracing the uncertainty, perhaps. So you've kind of, I see you as a person that might kind of be comfortable with uncertainty, okay? Like nothing is certain and you just walk towards it, kind of thing. So you're just there's so much that you don't want to figure out. There's so much that you just want to give up on. You've given up, for sure. Okay? Now, my feelings towards you with the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Like, every time I think about that opportunity I offered you, because I'm stopping myself from thinking this, but with the Six of Pentacles, it's more this girl gave this guy an opportunity, but the guy was so stubborn that like, you know, this sensation of you're giving someone something, but that person has so much, but you have nothing, but you're offering it to them, but that person has so much, but they're taking still from you. So this one, it's more an element of how I feel. It's more like perhaps I didn't know what my worth was connected to you, and you taking me for granted, or the opportunity I offered you, you took it for granted and you're still taking it for granted, kind of thing. Or this, like, because the kid here is in a Five of Pentacles, as if like that kid could be a symbolism of being left out in the cold, being poor, etc. But then again, he was standing on Pentacles. Meanwhile, the girl is not standing on Pentacles. She has the Pentacle in her hand, and it's the last one she's offering. So this one, it's more like with the Queen of Swords, how I feel is that you don't understand to what point I gave you what I had, but you didn't understand what I gave you because you thought that you never had enough, kind of thing. So with the Queen of Swords, it's more like I'm kind of like internally tying this like vicious monster in my headspace that's kind of like reminding me of what happened, and how each one of us behaved. Be it I was the one that took this pentacle and I didn't know that I was taking what she or he was giving me for granted, but I had many more, as it could be the other way around. And this kind of sorrow, this kind of regret, this kind of irritation that comes with this element of, you know, when you don't understand what somebody's giving you, but it's the last one of them and you took it for granted and you didn't know what the value is, but then again, I thought that you were going to use it properly, kind of thing. Irritation like that. Or you kind of wake up to the fact that you did take things for granted because the karma came on your side. Let's say, for example, I had a bottle of water, okay? Now, you had a bottle of water in your bag, but you forgot that you had a bottle, like several bottles of water in your bag, okay? I only had one bottle. We're gonna go in this kind of the dynamic. Now, I'm thirsty, you're thirsty too, okay? But you have those bottles in your bag that you forgot that you had. Okay, you have them, but you don't remember that you have them, right? So you say you're thirsty. I have a bottle. It's my last one. And I give it to you because I think you don't have any. But I don't have any either. It's just that, like, meanwhile we were going on our journey, I gave you the last one I had. But you already had several in your bag. You just forgot that you had them. Or you took it for granted because it's not even you that packed your bag. It's your mother or somebody else that packed your bag. It's like that. It's that concept here I tap into. And then I realized that you had many other bottles after this journey was over. And I gave you my last one, but I heard from other people that you had 5 bottles in your bag. Why did you take mine? But you perhaps didn't know, right? But then again, it's more that kind of dynamic a bit. You know, it's that element of, it's like, it's vicious, it's angry, it's more like, why didn't you say so kind of thing. But then again, how would you have known? Because even if I had told you so, you would have said you didn't know you had them. You don't have them, right? At the time. Anyways, it's that kind of dilemma, this one. How I'm feeling, it's more like I'm shutting this, you know, like it's more like every time something happens and you kind of remember that conviction, that kind of like, this is how I saw you at that, because after the experience, I see you a specific way, right? I see you a specific way. You were greedy, or you didn't know what you had, you were lost, etc. But then again, I gave you the last one I had. Or you kind of realized that it was the last one I gave you, but you had many more, so you feel guilty towards me, right? Kind of dynamic. So this one is more how I'm feeling. Is more, be it I'm feeling guilty or feeling like you kind of like used me here instead of having that equal give and take concept. I'm kind of shutting that vicious voice inside my head. So this one, just know that whatever happened, your person has a tolerance towards it. I tolerate it. I understand that perhaps you didn't know, but it kind of told me a bit about, be it you're the type that takes things for granted, or you kind of feel guilty about it afterwards, as you're the type that even if you don't have any, you give it to somebody else, which kind of gives you the balance. Like, one is true, doesn't know what its worth is, and is being voluntarily like useful to somebody else because they don't know what their use is, right? And the other one is taking because they're so used to kind of feeling like people take care of them, or feeling like people are obliged to kind of help them out. Be it you feeling guilty about it or not, this one, it's more like taming that monster inside that kind of like speaks ill about the experience. This is how I feel about you. Okay? Now, in the what I want from you with the Queen of Wands. What I want from you with the Queen of Wands. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Reconciliation, okay? I want reconciliation. Even if I'm saying with the Five of Chalices, it could also be healing this process. We're going more healing this process here, okay? Because I'm taming the mind here. I'm taming the vicious. My feelings, it's more like I don't want to think about it. I want to be on top of it, kind of thing. My feelings are that I want to be on top of it. What I want from you, Joe, is that you kind of patiently reconsider this relationship. Okay? Like, I want you to kindly reconsider. Patiently, kindly, slowly seeding the seeds, reconsider this. Love me again, perhaps. Or care for me again, perhaps. And what are my intentions towards you? This one I didn't realize it, but you have the Two of Cups that's on the side of this kid, and this kid is kind of like dropping the Three of Cups. Now the Three of Cups could be addictions. My intentions are to kind of get rid of my addictions or get rid of the third party so that I can focus more on the connection between you and me. So it could be that way, as I want you to do this. Yeah, okay. So with the Temperance, it's more healing vibes, okay? So your person is wishing perhaps for you to deal with your addictions, perhaps, so that you can focus more on the connection too, okay? So it could be mirroring elements, as it could be just one-sided. So this is what I had for you, pile 6. So I hope it resonated. I hope I gave you guys some kind of insight. And why did I see another card? I saw another card, but it's okay. I was gonna kind of like take it back, but it's okay. This was it, and you can comment down below again. I'm gonna repeat myself, but if you want me to do more like these simple readings, I would be down to try them out. Okay, so see you guys and have a good night.